Good evening, everybody. I'm Joshua Blackburn, and this is my level Dungeon Escape. It's really quick and easy level. Player must escape the level. How they get out's up to them. Let's see here. It's a first-person 3D RPG style game. It's relatively short. You got a couple paths that take you through it. The three mechanics that we're kind of going to go over today are the lock picking, the zip line, and a breakable wall. The dungeon, the lighting and aesthetic I was going for is kind of dark, gloomy, little hints of green. Kind of got that Slytherin feel going on. Aesthetic, the same thing, going for the traditional kind of Hollywood style medieval castle looking thing. So yeah, we got one main objective, which is escape the castle. We got 3 sub objectives, which is free all the prisoners, loot the hidden treasury, and steal the crown. This is bubble diagram to my level. Kind of hard to read and kind of visualize from here, so we're gonna move on to the next page. So this is my level. You got on the level you start out on, which is the dungeons right here. You then can either go into the sewers, or you can go up to the main floor, and then up to the tower, depending on which way you take. That takes us on to our routes, which are as follows. Red is Route 1. That is out the cell that you're being held in, down the hole, through the sewers, up into the main level, and then out to the camp. And then you got Route 2, which is demonstrated by the orange route. Right here. That is out your cell, around, up the stairs, and then out to the fire. And then you got your third route, which is demonstrated with the green, which this one is one of the only routes that I will say that you can take either way to get to. So you can either go through the sewers, you can go back up into the main level, come over to where you would have came up for Route 1 or Route 2, go back up the stairs and to the top, which is where you'll find a zip line that'll take you down. And then you can also go up like you're going on Route 1, and then just cut it and go up the stairs again, and then you're at the top where you will find the zip line, which will take you out of the level. So, like I was saying, you get 2 to 3 side objectives. Those side objectives are collecting, collecting the hidden treasure, freeing the prisoners, and finding the crown. Our custom, and then we're gonna go over a little bit more in depth of our mechanics. So you got your zip line. So the way the zip line works is you'd approach it, you'd activate, you'd push the interact key, and then you would zip line down to the end of the zip line. Very, very simple in words, very hard to actually do in code. Lockpick. The way I originally pictured the lockpick was you would go up, you'd push lock, you'd push interact on the door that was locked. It'd give you a cutaway of like the lock and a little slider, and you had to hit it like as that slider hit like a sweet spot. That is not actually how I did it. I actually went in and I made it so that you can move each individual lockpick to find the sweet spot, and then once you find both sweet spots, it unlocks and the door opens. A little bit more realistic, a little bit harder to do as you're playing. Also requires, because I was having issues with using mouse and keyboard to do it, this code I did implement using like a controller. And then your breakable wall. Breakable wall, you just, as it sounds, you walk up, interact, wall breaks apart. Unreal Engine 5 does have an interesting thing that allows you to actually do this a little bit easier, instead of like individually placing each little piece in a mesh and then blending and all sorts of stuff. You just go up, you select the item you want to break apart, you go into the tool, you hit shatter, it shatters it for you, and you just do a little bit of code on the side to implement it. This one was actually really fun and kind of challenging. It took me a little while to figure out how to do it so that it didn't break as I started the game, or after I had done it the first time, it kept taking away the controls from the player. I had to figure out how to overcome that. It was kind of a challenge, but I enjoyed it. And that kind of takes us on to our IPM chart. Some of this was already on here, like walking. Obviously, you're gonna know how to do that. There's just a regular jump in mine, no double jump or anything, and there's no crouching involved either. No double jump was implemented. Lockpick was implemented, and you kind of learned it all within like the start of the level. I don't have a climbing feature. The wall break, like it says there, you learn it right there in the beginning. And then the zip line, you just walk up to it and hit it. Very simple. Those are some references for the images that I used. And with that being said, let's move on to actually checking out the mechanics in action. Okay, so the first mechanic is going to be the lockpick. So this is the lockpick. I'm moving the controller things. I'm looking for the vibration that tells me, hey, you're in the sweet spot. Oh, there it is. Oh, I lost it. There it is. There we go. And then it opens the door. Alright, I gotta do one more lockpicky because our breakable wall is behind this. There we go. Alright, so you come in here. Example of one of the things that we can do. So, free the prisoners. He also tells us that one of these walls can be broken. So we break our wall. And then here we're able to collect the treasure from the treasury. Alright. Oh, wrong way. Let's go this way. Alright, so that was two of our mechanics. We got our lockpick and our broken wall mechanic. Then you come up here and all the way up. Up here we have access to our zip line, which is right up here. You would approach our zip line, interact, get on the zip line, write it down, and complete. Come over and we would end our level. Really simple. Had fun building this level. It was a little challenging at times, but I really feel like I did, a pretty decent job for what I had. Yep, great game. All right, thank you guys all for watching. Have a good day.